Hey, what's going on, FMLM? I've got this new video for you. We're just going to quickly go through the Freshdesk ticketing system. Alright, so essentially once you're on Freshdesk, you just need to click on tickets right there. And these would be this would be your inbox. And, this is just the default tickets you see on Freshdesk as soon as you download it. Well, as soon as you access it, that is, started, trial, etc. I believe you could obviously delete these, but this is just to give you an idea of what it would look like, right? So if you're running a company, whatever industry you operate in, it looks like this here is a TV or electronics company, right? So this person here, this customer, Sarah James, says she received a broken TV, right? And here's a failed payment from Matt Rogers and a change of email by Emily Garcia. And there's obviously how important that specific email is, right? The priority. And this was very low. Which is interesting. I mean, it's a broken product. That's quite important, but that's okay. This here kind of makes sense. The failed payment from who? Though, from the customer, I believe. Anyway, so that's the priority, and this here would be if you'd like to assign this customer to certain groups. So you could assign this customer to broken products. You could assign this one to, say, you can actually assign it to a group or an agent, right? So the group would be, as I was saying, a group of just essentially grouping customer requests into groups. So broken TVs, failed payments, email changes, etc., returns, yada yada yada. So you could also assign it to an agent. So if you've got a customer service team, you can just quickly assign it to, say, whoever here, right? And that would be the group that it's in. Let's see what else they have. It also shows you, who the agent would be, in charge would be. That is obviously myself, because I'm the only one on this account. The groups, see, those are the different groups there. My group, billing, customer support, escalations, unassigned, etc. And I believe you can actually add your own. And I think it should also show you, oh yes, I forgot to mention, it shows you when it came in. So it creates a ticket, but it's essentially the inbox or the email. So this shows you when that came in, 3 days ago, etc. And of course, I just remembered after reading this here, I closed that anytime. When you're done, if you've resolved the issue, you can just, you could actually go to resolved, I believe. The little confusion is because, back at the company I work for, which obviously I can't mention, I think we moved from closed to resolved. I can't remember why we had to switch. I think because this might just completely delete the ticket. I'm not sure. But it also shows it also shows when it was resolved. I think that's why we moved to resolved. That way you get to see how quick your customer issues are resolved, and the date it was resolved on, when the first response was. Yes, it also tells you when you should be responding. So that's like the next response is due by, or the due date. So I don't think I can see it here. There we go. So that'd be 9 hours a day, and obviously I think it's 2 days. So this has probably been here for a day, this as well, and this has been here for 20. Geez, I'd have to do the math, but you get the point. Skill, not to show, and the status here would be, yes, how can I forget the status? But we actually did touch on that. Waiting on, but we can really quickly just go through these because not much. All unresolved, that's all the tickets that you obviously need to attend to. Open means you're essentially working on it. Pending, perhaps you're waiting for a resolution or an update from like a supervisor, etc. Right? Well, if you're the business owner yourself, depending on the size of your business, you wouldn't be waiting on a supervisor. It could be just like, I don't know, suppliers, etc. Yeah. But of course, if you have a customer service team, then they might be waiting for an update from a manager, supervisor, etc. Resolved, closed, waiting on customer, waiting on third party. So we've kind of touched on that. Priority as well, the type. I'm not too sure if it was added here, but this is actually great because it shows you what kind of ticket it is. So is it a question, an incident, a problem, a feature request, refund, etc. Also, maybe you can't add more. These are just default. Same thing with the groups, although I could be wrong. The source would be, oh, that's great. So this way you get to know if it's coming from, I believe, your website as well. Would that be here? I think so. But the sources that they have here is email, portal. Not too sure what the portal would be in this instance, but the email is obviously your customer support email, your company phone line, the forum. Well, I suppose if your company has a forum, but a blog would make better sense. Well, no, it does make sense. I mean, not really. Twitter, of course, Facebook. I believe that would be if it's through your Facebook account. So your Facebook company profile. So you'd link Freshdesk to your Facebook inbox, and that way tickets can come through here as well. Chat would be a chat widget on your website, feedback widget. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Outbound email, maybe that would be responses to your outbound efforts. E-commerce, that should be your website, bots. Almost like the chat widget as well, I believe. WhatsApp, chat, etc. And it looks like, do they have tags? I think you'd have to add your own tags. Let me see if I can find one that exists. I've never really had to use this feature, but let's see, tags. Overdue, maybe? I don't know. Nope. No, we'd have to look into that. Companies. I guess this would be, if you're talking to, this would be B2B, though not B2C, right? This would be business to business and not business to consumer. Contact. I believe this would be where Sarah goes. What happens if I click on it? Maybe it'll update? No, not yet. Let's just quickly go back and then we'll click on Sarah to get a better look at the tickets, at what the tickets look like. But I believe that should be her. And let me see. Exactly. So I'm not too sure if that's how you try to find her. Let's just go up. Filters. Oh yeah, so if you've got a lot of these, you can just filter these by applying Sarah James, and then all her chats, or the chats she's had with the company would show up. Product, this would be dependent on what you sell. So this would be dependent on what you obviously sell. Now to click on Sarah, right, just so we get a better look of what the tickets look like. As you see, we've already noticed that. Also, it has that trying to find the word really, but just quickly go back. Well, it's just reminding you that the first response is you. I don't think that there or these here was covered in here, right? And so it's an extra feature, so to speak, right? This is just reminding you that the first response is due, and that's of course because you haven't responded at all. But as you can see, that's the email from Sarah, and she, hi, the TV I ordered from your site was delivered with a cracked screen. I need some help with the refund, etc. And then you'd reply, etc. So you need to solve this in how many days? Let's see, this is 29th of October, 30th, 31st. About 3 days. I'm not too sure if you can set this exactly. I kind of missed that. So you could fix this depending on how quick you'd like to resolve your customer issues, and that should be dependent on how large your your customer service team is, right? Because everybody would like to resolve issues instantly, so to speak. Well, not literally, but you get the point. And so, as much as that is a great idea theoretically, it might not be possible practically because you don't have a team, etc. You know. And the tags here, well, I'm not too familiar with the tags they have, and it doesn't look like you can add your own, but of course you can look into the kind of tags. And this is not, I wouldn't say this is a question. This would not be a question. This would be an incident or more of a problem, but that's almost the same thing. Let's just go with problem, right? So you can, after you've got the ticket, filter it out, etc. Well, no, yes, I suppose. Edit it, not filter it out. And also, change this. I'd say this is urgent, really, because this person has to get a decent TV. They ordered a proper TV and they didn't get one. And that those different groups, of course. So would this be, customer support should be fine. And the agent, we've already touched on this. And this would be TV, perhaps. So that should be about it in terms of the Freshdesk ticketing system. Looks like you could also track the time as well, create a to-do list for that specific ticket. Is there anything else really? So you can reply, add a note. So if multiple agents are working, they can add a note here. Please ensure that you get the warehouse to send out a correct TV, send the customer return label, etc. You get the idea. If you're going to send it over to a different agent, or if multiple agents happen to work on it, they can leave notes for each other. And you could forward this as well. You could close it. You could merge it with Sarah's other chats, and you could delete it. That would be extreme. Just imagine getting a TV complaint or a product complaint and you delete it. That is bizarre. But that seems to be it. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention are canned responses, which are really great, but I suppose we could touch on that in a different video. And essentially, those are just responses you have to common customer issues. That way you don't always have to type it out. You just go to the canned response, and then after you go to the canned response and you click on it, it will appear here in the reply, right? And then you edit it. In fact, let's quickly see, do they have any default canned responses? Let's go with this one. Looks like this is the only one they have. So you add it, right? You insert the canned response. Hi Sarah, thank you, etc. We'll look at, you see what I mean? And then whatever the name of the agent is, they'll type their name there and send it out. What else do they have in the ticketing system? Suggested solutions, it seems. I've never really... Those are interesting. I guess you could add... No, you can't really add your own. Unfortunately, yeah. These aren't relevant, but I suppose you could edit these. I'd like to think you could edit these. What else do they have in the ticketing system? Oh, looks like they've got canned forms as well if you'd like to, not too sure really why you'd use canned forms for surveys, etc. But yes, looks like we've covered as much as we can on the ticketing system. Yes. You can also create a new email. I believe that I'm going to quickly try create a new ticket and then go back and create a new email, because I'm trying to understand. Well, I guess this is what the ticket would look like. It's got more details, and that's the difference between a ticket and an email. The email would be less, right? It's almost just like any other email software we use. I use Gmail often, so this would be where it's going, the subject, the email, etc. I believe the response would then turn into a ticket. However, that is the difference between the ticket and the response. Way more, right? The phone number, status, etc., reference number, all of that. So yeah, that's the Freshdesk ticketing system for you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you on the next one. Peace.